All right, guys, what's up? So I'm not quite done with the quarter pounder, Jeremy Hambley. And I've also realized that a lot of people don't really know a lot about this guy's lore. They just know him as like the cringy political guy. They don't know how funny and clownish his life is. So I'm going to start covering things that I just don't think get covered or may have been forgotten about the quartering. So I've also decided to skinwalk him to try to lure the brain broken people that may actually watch the quartering. I'm going to try to attract them by skinwalking him. So I'm keeping the Harbor Freight hat. We're not going to do any editing. This is going to be as low effort as possible. And I even made this. We got beautiful overlay here for my new content strategy. Here's the article. This article is on the I can't read. Quinnipiac Chronicles. Wow. I think I need to start watching quartering videos so you can read for me. I think the people that watch the quartering, part of it is they just can't read. They just can't read, so they need someone to read for them. But yeah, here we go. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this or not, but we're going to go over it quick. I'm going to breeze through this. Jeremy Hambley, best known to his online followers as the quartering, was allegedly assaulted by former Quinnipiac professor. So Lauder saw Hambley outside the Tin Roof Bar in downtown Indianapolis. This is where it gets good. According to 5 separately signed affidavits from witnesses that Hambley obtained, Lauder asked Hambley his name, and after his identity was confirmed, Lauder allegedly began physically assaulting the YouTube critic, which, okay, guys, we shouldn't be assaulting the quartering. Obviously, I shouldn't have to say that. In my opinion, assaulting people is bad and for children. That being said, though, the quartering's this big, tough man, right? He's such a manly, strong, tough guy. So he should have been able to handle this, or at the very least take it on the chin, right? I mean, as you know, I've been in a fight before. Okay, who things happen. So let's see how Jeremy decided to handle this, because he's a big, strong, tough man. You know, the haters just hate him because they can't stop him, right? Hambley. So he asked Hambley his name, began physically assaulting the YouTube critic, which he should not have done. Obviously, Hambley rushed. So Hambley was then forced. Now listen, like, I don't know how many times I'm going to feel the need to say this. Should not be assaulting people. That makes you look stupid. Okay, this Matt Lauder guy obviously is a bit mentally fucked, right? But a weak individual and a weak-minded individual such as this Matt guy, who could not even control himself, being in the same vicinity as the quartering, he had to physically go into animal mode, into rage, and begin assaulting the quartering. Okay, weak individual should have been easy for the quartering to handle, right? He's a big, strong, tough man. He knows what to do. He's a very popular guy. He should have been surrounded by his posse. So anyway, the Hambley rushed into the bar, and Lauder was prevented from entry. So he had to run. The quartering, after being assaulted by this guy, rushes. His first reaction is to sprint. Tub lard, fucking just moving across the parking lot into this bar so that a bunch of other people can protect him, right? Lauder punched a window. So again, it's clearly this Matt guy's a fucking psychopath. But Jeremy should have been able to handle that, being such a big, strong, tough man, right? Window, he fled the scene. Hambley suffered from multiple bruises, cuts, and a prominent eye injury that caused a blood vessel to pop in his eye, according to the submitted witness testimony. Why would you, like, listen, you may argue at this point and be like, well, if this guy's a psychopath, what more could he do? What more could Jeremy Hambley do? Okay, I am going to call Jeremy out here and say that he's a big fat bitch. Because if you decided to run away, you had to get away because this guy is a lunatic. That is understandable. It is funny to think about. That is understandable. This guy is in the wrong. He's assaulting him. He shouldn't be assaulting him. That's ridiculous. That's insane. But the fact that Jeremy was completely physically incompetent to the point where he suffered like a black eye. What do we have here? Can we read that again if I can find it? So Jeremy was so physically incompetent that he suffered these injuries described here. Lauder punched a window, fled. Hambly suffered from multiple bruises, cuts, and a prominent eye injury that caused a blood vessel to pop in his eye, according to the submitted witness testimony. And I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but just the other part that would make this kind of funny, just because of Jeremy's ideologies and beliefs that he expresses, I believe this Matthew fellow is transgender. That is, I believe that to be true. So on paper, it definitely can read pretty ironic, funny in an ironic way, in my opinion. But yeah, obviously, I do feel the need. Matt is in the wrong here. This should not be happening. This is insane. But just reading it out on paper, it comes across kind of funny. Gen Con, blah, 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 stated, blah, 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 blah. So this all goes down. So what does Jeremy do? What does the quartering do immediately? Well, he does what he does best. He becomes the victim. For once, Jeremy actually was under attack. So the multi-millionaire, maybe he wasn't a multi-millionaire at the time, but he was clearly prominent enough that he was being recognized in public, or this assault, this vicious assault, not have occurred. Okay. Jeremy runs to the internet and he starts to crowdfunded. He goes to some crowdfunding website and raises $20,000 for legal fees. The very, very rich, wealthy, like this guy doesn't, Jeremy's whole thing is he claims he's always been successful. Like he's a salesman, he's a businessman. So he needed to raise legal fees. He needed to raise $20,000 for a crowdfundme. It's just funny because what he does. I'm under attack. Please help me. Please help me. I'm under attack. Oh my God. I'm under attack. I'm under attack. I'm under attack. Like he gets assaulted in public and his first thing is like, I need to raise money for this. I need to grift this. I need to use this assault to grift, which is pretty embarrassing again. Cause like Jeremy is a man. He's an American man. He wants to be a man. Will you tell me, Jeremy, or those who would follow Jeremy, how manly is it to get beat up by this dude right here, this person right here, run away into a bar to hide from him, and then when it's all said and done, run to the internet and cry and beg people for money to cover your legal fees? How manly is that? What a fucking guy. So like, where's your intellect, Jeremy? Why don't you just blast him in the realm of idea? Make a video talking about how much of a bitch he is and how he's such an example of how the left is a bunch of unhinged lunatics, violent, unhinged lunatics. Now, that wouldn't make you enough money. You want that money and you want the 20K on top, right? For legal fees. For legal fees, right? All right. You couldn't just go to the police. This is an assault. Like, this is an assault. You don't need... This is a police report. Like, I don't want to say too much, but as someone who's been pretty close to this type of legal confrontation, the police can file, like, you don't even, like, the police can press charges at this point. I believe. I guess it depends on where it was at. But you would think you wouldn't just have to... What are the legal fees for? I would imagine you could press charges for free. Okay, and there's already testimony that this guy assaulted you. What is the purpose of the lawsuit? This guy should be being taken to jail. And then a judge will decide how to handle it because he committed a crime. Why, like, I'm going to sue you? It doesn't make very much sense to me. Maybe a lawyer could explain better, but that doesn't make any sense. You would imagine this man would be facing legal consequences, whether Jeremy would be hiring a lawyer to pursue legal consequences or not, because his actions were clearly unlawful and they would be a matter for police intervention. What was the 20K for? Where did it go? Did it go to a lawyer? Who fucking knows? So then Jeremy does this. Okay, so this is funny. This is Jeremy the Quartering's channel at the time. This is in 2019, so it wasn't that far long ago. But let's just listen to the Jeremy, to the Jeremy, which by the way, he looks so much more attractive here. He's really let himself go. Like, it would be much more difficult to assume that his wife would have to be cheating on him to be happy, right? In this, like, I mean, he's smart enough to do shoulders up, but I mean, now you look at him and it's like, yeah, his wife probably is cheating on him. I don't know how else she can live with herself. But here we're gonna process through the video here. It's only 4 minutes long. 4 minutes long. Thank you to everyone. 4 minutes long.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. Thank you for tuning in. I will be brief. This video will contain 2 statements. I apologize for their scriptedness.
He apologizes for their scriptedness. He apologizes for their scriptedness. Like, guys, I know you're not used to anyone putting in any effort on this channel. Someone that I'm going to have on has put effort into what they're, the way they're going to speak and how they're going to speak upon it. And I know you guys just aren't ready for anything to be scripted or any preparation to be put in all my videos on this channel. So I just want to apologize first. I want to apologize first because this might be shocking. You might be shocked with what you're about to see. It's unlike me. Again, I apologize. Why would you apologize for the scriptedness? Funny. I don't.
But it's just the way it's gotta be.
Hi, this is Matt Loader. Some of you know.
This guy sends him. This guy to settle with Jeremy in court. It appears sent Jeremy the most scuffed, fucked audio, video, obviously reading a script shit to settle. This is $20,000 worth of legal fees right here, guys, to settle out of court. And this is Jeremy's reward for getting his ass. This is Jeremy Hambley's retribution for getting his ass beat by this psycho. Yo, I got to real quick hop in here because as I was editing, going over the recording here, I noticed this guy's shirt says, "You'll never walk alone." like that's a threat, right? Like that was on purpose. Like you'll never walk not in fear ever again. You will always need someone with you because I beat your ass. I don't know. That's what I got out of it, at least. I just wanted to point that out. I missed it while I was recording. This was acceptable. $20,000 in legal fees for this.
Hi, this is
$20,000. Jeremy Hambley paid $20,000. $20,000 minimum, being that his viewers' money for this apology for this guy beating his ass. What a man. What a strong, tough man, dude. Like, what the hell, man? People just don't know or they don't care. I don't know.
This is Matt Loader. Some of you know me as Matt Fantastic. Just prior to Gen Con 2018, I let my anger get the best of me.
Dude, I actually have to turn it down.
And physically confronted Jeremy Hambley outside a bar in Indianapolis over statements he made about me previously. I unequivocally.
So that's even better. This is approved by Jeremy, so you know it's true. This guy beat Jeremy's ass for talking shit online, and then when Jeremy ran into him in public, this guy beat the shit out of him. Jeremy's a man, dude. That is so funny. Like, oh god, I don't know how many You should not beat someone's ass. Okay, physical altercation is bad, or like it's usually you shouldn't initiate. How about that? You should not initiate physical altercation, but when faced with unavoidable physical altercation, as a man, you should be able to handle it. Any self-respecting man, any able-bodied self-respecting man should be able to handle it, you'd say, or they would desire to handle it, right? What they would not want to do is get their ass beat visually, that bystanders can attest to him getting his ass beat, and then running into a bar to hide from this fucking psycho. And then after getting $20,000 of legal funds to get retribution, legal justice for getting his ass beat from this guy, this is the reward. This is the reward. All because Jeremy went and talked shit, big keyboard warrior, And then when he was confronted with this guy, the guy proceeded to beat his ass, bro. The jokes write them fucking selves, man.
Quickly take responsibility for my actions that evening, which were wrong, and apologize to Jeremy for my thoughtless conduct. I do not now, nor did I ever believe Jeremy to be a Nazi, nor do I believe violence is the answer to settling personal issues. Jeremy and I have resolved our legal dispute.
So Jeremy must have made him put that in. He had to redact his statements, I guess, of calling Jeremy a Nazi, which that's so okay. So if you felt that you needed to do this to get retribution because this guy beat your ass and make an example out of him to discourage people from doing the same, I completely do understand that. That makes sense. Okay, people should not just be out in public beating the shit out of each other. Okay, this is the United States of America. We're classier than that. I get that. But he's almost using this as a way to silence this guy's opinions of Jeremy. It's like, like clearly that was put in there, not by this guy's will, but by Jeremy's will. You must retract your statements calling me a Nazi. Maybe this guy does think you're a fucking Nazi. And I think he has a right to say that. Clearly, Jeremy Hambley does not agree, okay? The big free speech warrior. And when you're giving the apology for beating my ass, make sure you let everyone know that I'm not a Nazi. What a fucking pussy, dude.
And I've written Gen Con asking that he be unbanned. I will have no further comment.
Look at this little, look. Oh my God. Oh man, dude. Oh, fucking. Oh. That fucking smirk. Oh my God. What a bitch. I'm coping. I'm seething, dude. I'm coping and I'm seething. Smirk like a little woman, like a woman. What a feminine way. Look how much Jeremy Hambley resembles feminine mannerisms by getting his way. Watch this. Watch this, dude. Watch this man, dude. You could literally picture Kratos, right? You could picture Kratos doing this after beating a god's ass. This would be the animation.
I have no further comment.
fucking, dude, how can you be so proud? That man beat your fucking ass, and $20,000 minimum of your fans' money was spent to get this guy to settle out of court. You didn't even get him in. You settled with this guy out of court. So where did took $20,000 to settle with this guy out of court? All right, I want to see the result on that. So this guy beats your fucking ass. You have to run from him. You are physically beaten to the point where eyewitness testimony can attest, like, yeah, this guy got the shit kicked out of him. Okay, and then when you get, then the video that you make this guy make to settle out of court is like the most scuffed, fucked, obviously disingenuous thing, right? And you're just like, look, fucking dude, you look at this.
What's What's going on, everyone? Apologize for the scriptedness of this reply.
I apologize for the scriptedness, dude. Oh, I'm using the wrong. I gotta use the talk.
But this is the way it's gotta be.
This is the way it's gotta be. That guy may have knocked the fucking shit out of me, but I got him to say sorry. What a fucking joke. Oh, it's amazing.
So here it goes. Jeremy Hambley here. As an update to the litigation, Matt Loader and I have resolved our dispute. I have accepted his apology.
Yeah.
And I am satisfied with the other terms of our otherwise confidential settlement agreement.
Okay, so there was some other shit too in the background, so maybe that 20K did get put to good use. But publicly, this guy still looks like the biggest bitch.
In my view, justice has been served.
This guy beat my ass, but I got him to say sorry. I don't know. Who knows what else happened? Maybe part of the agreement, possibly, just potentially, maybe the quartering in the agreement was able to negotiate this guy, like, not maybe he would want him to fuck his wife. I don't know.
Accordingly, I have removed my prior public statements about the situation and have...
Oh, so Jeremy had to take down his statements too. So it wasn't even a one-way thing. It was... So this guy beat my ass, but I got him to say sorry. And all it cost me was a few of my videos that I had to take down. Where did this 20K go?
written Gen Con asking that he be unbanned. As promised, to those who generously donated to my legal fund, the remaining donations have been given to the Humane Society.
I want a fucking receipt for that. I don't believe it. I think he's lying. My opinion is that that is bullshit. That is such a fucking lie.
Thank you all for
I want to see receipts. I want to see receipts. I just don't believe it. That's all I'm saying.
supporting me during this time and through this process. I will have no further comment.
Like, he thinks he won. This guy, this psycho that hates you just got to beat your fucking ass. And this is all you made him do. You made him do a fucking not even a minute long video. It's literally not even a minute long. The video is not even a minute long. And you had to take down your videos as well. And you're like, I won. I win. Dude, this guy got to beat your ass for possibly free, it looks like to me. This guy got to beat your ass for free. And you're sitting there all smug like you won. You won, dude. You ran into a fucking bar after getting your fucking ass kicked for talking shit on the internet. You are a bitch. And this is how you think it's cool to end it. You think this is like a cool, you think you look cool here. You have to make a video. What the hell? Oh my god, the rest of the video is just this. Amazing. Amazing. That's incredible. This is incredible video. So that's just a little trip back in time. A little Jeremy Hambley lore of the time. I believe the man is transgender. The time Jeremy Hambley got admittedly viciously, assaulted by a transgender person, I believe they're transgender. And as retribution, as revenge, he got the person that beat his ass to say sorry online. And it only cost him a bit of money and a couple of his own videos. What a fucking champion. Give me money. Donate me money. Give me money right now.